I think one of the more fun things to kind of put into your pages are tables and worksheets and spreadsheets and so forth. So I want to show you a little bit of how that all works. We're going to start out with the putting a table in and kind of working with that a little bit, and then we'll kind of make the switch over to the spreadsheet worksheets. All right. So without further ado, what you'll end up doing is you'll go over here to insert. So I'm on a particular page I want to put this into. I've got myself kind of positioned somewhere, and then I go back up here into table, click onto that, right? And I can hover over this and come up with the exact, width as far as how many columns I want, and I can do the same thing with the rows. So I can come up with something like that maybe. Click onto it, and it gives me my layout there for me. Now we can keep it kind of simple here. You'll get the idea. I'm going to go maybe over to here. I'll type in maybe something like north, and then I'll just hit my right arrow key. That takes me over. I can also hit the tab key. I can type in maybe south, and then type in east, and then west, and maybe the word total, just like that. Then go down the side here. All right, I could type in something like 2020, and 2022, and then maybe the word total down there as well. Then you go back in, you can maybe highlight this area here, go up to your shading and find maybe a light shade, particular color there. Maybe go over here, do the same thing, different shading, maybe that on, maybe a little bit of yellow there. You can also, as you've got this stuff selected, you can just kind of drag your mouse to drag it, or to select it. You go back here to home, and you can make it bold if you wanted to. You can make them centered in there. Go down here, make that bold if you want to. Then you go ahead and just plug in your numbers. Type in like 200 or something like that. Now, if you decide that you maybe want to get another row in here, all right, now you've already got the total down there, go back to layout here, and where we're at right now, we tell it that we want to insert a row below, so we just click onto that, and that pushes that down. We can make that now 2023, and put in the rest of our numbers. So you put the numbers in there, so you got 300, and with the magic of video, look at that, huh? So I didn't think you wanted to sit there watching me type, so I figured I'd give you guys a break. Then you can go ahead and select this, right? You tell it I want to center them. That looks good. Okay, and there we go. So there's your table. You can move that around. Oh, too far over there. Like that. Make it a little bit wider this way. And we can go ahead and just kind of drag that up if we wanted to. That's not bad. So if you need to make that a little bit wider for the totals, you can do that just like that if you want to, or you can do the rest of the ones there as well by doing that as well. This is just a placeholder for it, so we're willing to mess with that. This is the key here, dragging the borders there to make everything all wider. The only problem with the table feature with this program is very limited. It's not like the table feature that you'd have in Word or in Power or Publish. Now you do have the option of taking this table that we have here and converting it into a spreadsheet, right? So while you're somewhere on it and you're in the Layout tab, we have this thing here called the Convert to Excel Spreadsheet. So we go ahead and click onto that. And in a matter of a few seconds there, you'll see it kind of change. There it goes. So I'll move this back up. And there it is. Now, once it's in this spreadsheet mode, what I can do, because now I can't really click there to make any changes to it, I go here and I click on to Edit, right over there. And it actually opens up into Excel. I need to bring it over here for you. So you'll see it open up like that. And you can go back in there now, while we're in Excel, and actually, maybe fix it up a little bit more. I'll take maybe this here, and make these maybe centered, something like that. Make this also centered, all right? The other thing, I can go ahead and I can do the calculation. So I can actually select this range right here, go back to the home, and I can go back over here to editing, and there's my auto sum. I'll just click onto that. Look at that, huh? And I can make those all centered as well. Then I can take this whole range right here, again, go back to home here, all right? And then go back to editing, hit my auto sum. There we go on that one, and again, I can make those also centered. And, I can, keep them that way. I can do the comma format in them if I wanted to, make it a little bit wider. There it goes. So, a lot of different things. I can do more formatting if I wanted to, but I don't want to really get too deep into that. Just give you an idea of how you can make it into a spreadsheet like that. Now I'll go ahead and I'll save that. So I save it. And I'll just close it up. And there it is. Now that spreadsheet is actually embedded into this particular page. So it doesn't exist as a file outside of here, just like we were talking about before with some of the other stuff that we were doing. So it's all just right here. Now you can also, to get into that edit mode, instead of having to click here, you can also just kind of point right here, double click it, and that takes you right back in again. So pretty easy thing to do there. I'm just going to close that up. Okay, so now another way we can actually do the spreadsheets, and we kind of did this in earlier videos. This will just be another review here. I'm going to go down below here, okay? We go back into Insert, and we have an item on here called Spreadsheet, all right? And I can either tell it to put in a new Excel worksheet, or spreadsheet. So if I do that, if I click onto that, then eventually you'll see that pop in there, all right? And there you go. And then obviously to edit it, all we have to do is just double click it up there. It'll open up, and then you can do what you need to do there. And then you'd save it, close it up, and there you'd have that. And then the other way would be to actually put in an already existing worksheet. So I'm just going to click onto that and delete it, all right? And this time I'm going to go click onto here, hit existing Excel spreadsheet. I'll just do this one here. And we will, and see it goes in the way you saw on a previous video there. So I'll just say I want to insert the spreadsheet. There we go. It's a big one. Now I can take that. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. So I'm going to go to my view, and I can just hit the zoom out and go out that way so you can actually see it. It's a pretty big one there, but there you go. If this is intriguing to you, this what we call a donut type graph, if you go into the Excel videos module 9 and look for the donut, I got a number of different ones in there, but this is a pretty wild thing, and it's got a special way that you have to set it up, but it's easy from that point. So that's all explained to you in that particular video. So take a gander if you think that might be something that you could use. But nonetheless, there's your page that has now, that there, has that on it there. I don't think we'd want to make that much smaller. I mean, we could try, doing something like that. It's just going to be kind of hard to see. So I don't know, we can maybe do something like that. And then of course we can zoom in a little bit and then scroll down and see it that way. All right, so not bad. And again, even with that one down here, if we go ahead and just do a double click on it. Now again, this is an attachment, so I'm opening it up, but it's actually stored on that page of OneNote. So that's pretty cool deal there. But I can go back into here, maybe change this to 15 and change this to 35, and you'll see how that automatically updates there on those two. And I'll go ahead and I'll save it. And I'll close this. and then you'll see how it updated there as well. There's your 15 and 35. So it's a great little tool there. You just have to kind of get used to the fact that you're not going to find this file anywhere other than on this page. You're not going to find it in your system. You'll find the old one, the old version of it, but if you've done this and you've made a bunch of changes, especially to this one here, this one's going to be saved on the page. This is going to be completely different, later on, as compared to the original where it was located on our system and we brought it in to do what we did here. All right, now one last thing I want to show you, since we're kind of in this area, is inserting a Visio drawing. Now, I would expect that not a lot of people have the Visio program, and if you don't have the Visio program, you're not going to be able to put a Visio drawing in. Visio is more like what we call a diagramming type program. Very powerful, but it's very expensive. It's a $1,000 program, so it's not something everybody's going to have. But just kind of bear with me here, and I'll show you what we've got with this. So I'm going to go and we'll find another page here. I'll go to here. Actually, what I'll do on this is I'm going to click onto here, delete that, click this over here and delete that, and delete it, and delete it. So we'll just pretend like this is our opening notes about the Visio drawing, and we're going to go ahead and put a drawing in here. So we'll find something. I mean, you can do organizational charts, you can do flow charts. The sky's the limit. It's an unbelievable program. Also, too, if you're interested in Visio, we have a whole series of videos on Visio, but a great little program. Anyway, so what you'll do is you'll go back, make sure you're somewhere in here, and then go back to Insert. There's Diagram, and we can tell we want to do a new Visio drawing. So I'll click onto that. So there it is, blank. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll double click the icon there. That launches us into Visio. There it is. And you can do what you want to do with it. So in this case, I can go back into File, let's say. Eventually here. Then we'll go into New, just like that. We've got different templates that we can kind of work with here. We'll do an organizational chart. We'll click onto that, and we'll maybe go with this one here. Hit Create. There we go. Now I'll go ahead and I'll just kind of close this one up. And this is just I want to save my drawing here, and I'll say don't save that, and that just brings me back to here. So we'll just pretend like we put this together. Again, if you wanted to learn about this program, go take a look at the Visio set of videos. Very informative. You'll find lots in there of interest. So anyway, but we'll pretend like, okay, here we just drew that, right? All right, so I'll go ahead here and I'll just kind of close this up. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm just going to draw. This is just going to be a like a little flow chart here. So you can start with a process. I just kind of drag this out like that there. I can go ahead here and bring a decision in there. Then I can go with another process over here and another decision at that point. Another process down here. And maybe a process over here. So you can do all that stuff. We can go back into the design. I think design here, right? I can pick different theme colors if I want, things like that. But other than that, go back into the home, and I can actually then click onto my connector here. A pointer right there. Actually, I'll do this one here. I can connect from there to there. I can connect from here to there if I wanted to. Connect from here to here. And connect, let's say, from here over there. I really like it. If you can see it, let me zoom in a little bit. It's kind of neat how the overlapping lines, it kind of does like a little tunnel there for us, so you know what's actually going on. So that's pretty cool. Drag that over there, drag this one over here. A very confusing flow chart, but you get the idea. And then, so once I've done all of that and I'm ready to scoot out, so all I have to do is I'll just close it up. Do I want to save it? I'll go ahead and save it. And there we go. There's your drawing. And by the way, too, let me just show you real quick here. I'm going to go back and open that up again. Unlike in the boxes that we had created in, just with OneNote, you can actually click onto these boxes and type text in there. I mean, it's pretty cool. So that's really nice. And you can even click on the lines here and type in text as well. So really neat stuff there, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. The thing is just amazing what you can do with it. But anyway, so you make those changes. I'll close it up. We'll save it. And of course now it's getting saved back to here, and then you'll see all that update there for you. And then again, you can go over here to view, zoom out, and you can see a little bit better there, and kind of go from there. So hopefully this comes in handy. Some of these things, I might not think that a lot of you are using Visio, but it might be a program that you can use to come up with some good drawings and so forth. I mean, obviously you can take this and kind of make something like that out of the drawing tools that we had, but this is pretty good, the way it is. So appreciate you watching, and take care.